This is the context. Dangerous content on social media. Here's the clips. Yo, Myron, before you keep laughing, watch the video, bro.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying that, like...
But you're missing the point. You think
no,
that it's just
you're
like,
missing the point. You're looking for a conspiracy, but you don't need a conspiracy to explain the action.
It's not a conspiracy.
People in the United States, as our culture has shifted in one direction, and as it's gotten more homogenous online, where we're banning conservatism and shit, people have gotten used to seeing one thing, and they become super intolerant of other things. And most people like that, and they want to keep pushing that. I don't need a conspiracy to explain why Andrew Tate got banned from every social media platform when all I have to do is open Twitter, Facebook, or TikTok and see a million people screaming, I hate Andrew Tate! He's trying to program boys to beat up little girls. I don't need any kind of plan. All I need to do is see people,
And let me say
that's not the reason he got banned, though.
That is the reason. It's because of that one clip of the teacher that was saying, I heard little boys talking shit to little girls,
so
and it's about, no, you say simple, but that's the reason. That's actually what's going on. But the thing
is very true that there's a majority of people. Here's the difference.
Myron, you want to watch the, we're like barely into the Senate video before we kept arguing.
Oh yeah, and by the way, that guy is not the chair of Homeland Security. So I did some research. The top person, guys, just so you know, the top person at Homeland Security is going to be the
Cameron right there.
The Secretary of Homeland Security, not this dude. This dude is a senator. Basically, he oversees something called the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, which actually I had to research myself. But long story short, they oversee matters related to DHS and other the National Archives and the U.S. Postal Service. And what they basically do is they're the U.S. Senate Committee on Governmental Affairs before Homeland Security was added. Okay, it serves as the Senate's Chief Investigative and Oversight Committee. So long story short, like what happened with 9/11 when they were grilling all those people that were involved in the 9/11 situation, that's what these guys would do if, you know, the Postal Service or DHS or whatever were involved in some type of issue where they needed to get answers. Him and some other people would be grilling the people. He's
a senator. What does he have to do with Homeland Security? He's a Senate Homeland Security and governmental chair. He says the chair of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee.
If they were to grill people like what me and Destiny were just talking about with like a congressional hearing where they're like asking you questions under oath and you're a government official and you got, he would be the guy to grill the officials. He'd be the chair of the people grilling the officials, kind of like what they did with the 9/11 congressional inquiry. Same thing. So he's not a part of DHS. He's like an outside person that kind of oversees it. If something fucks up, he brings in the Secretary of Homeland Security or the Chief of Border Patrol or whatever it is, the Director of ICE, and they would ask them questions.
So he's not going to go take me in a bag to Guantanamo Bay and question me?
Probably not, because you're a U.S. citizen.
Okay. So is he a top dog? I mean, Senator of Michigan, pretty big.
Destiny's
overlooking this. Destiny's overlooking this, saying it's not cool. It's not the size of the state. He's literally a U.S. senator, and you're saying this is not a big deal. Usually
what I'm saying is these guys sit.
These are government employees.
These guys sit in front of these congressional hearings. They see a million things like all the time that they never remember for the rest of their lives. A ton of random shit that'll show up in different congressional hearings over stuff, like stuff that you wouldn't like even have any idea. Like, why the is anybody even caring about this? Like,
Myron, do you think this is a big deal or no? Should I not be worried about this? A senator saying that I'm an extremist?
I didn't hear him say your name.
Okay, he played a clip from my stream. Let's watch it though.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean,
what do you think? As you used to work in Homeland Security, what are you laughing at?
I mean, it's just funny. Like, why?
He's downplaying it, dude. He's a fed bot. That's why he's laughing right now. He knows we're fucked.
Like they played the portion of you doing like the Jewish.
Yeah. But what do you think I should do as a former Fed and everything? Like, how do you think I should move going forward? I have not had to experience like the government watching my stuff before. I personally think that this is a big deal. A senator playing my clip in a congressional hearing. Destiny's like, well, whatever, just government employees.
Listen, if you think it's a big deal, this is on YouTube. I'll DMCA the clip, okay? Because they are using my content. They didn't ask, and we can fight about it in court, okay?
Hit them with the copyright.
They used Destiny's clip. They used Destiny reacting to the panel because they couldn't find my shit. It was deleted. But yeah, Myron, how should I go moving forward? I genuinely want to know.
You got to go hide, bro. You got to go into hiding, duh.
Come on, give me actual advice. What should I do? Like, or what? I don't know. How would you react if this was you? Fresh and Fit clip is played in the Senate.
You got to go, bro. You got to go into hiding.
I don't support that statement.
just fucking around. I mean, dude. I mean, the fact that they're watching YouTube. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean? It's clearly entertainment. I think they're overreacting here a bit, but it is what it is. They need something to talk about. So,
one of the gravest threats to our homeland security.
You heard that?
What?
I said it's one of the gravest threats to our homeland security. And Destiny's like, this is not a big deal.
I don't even know. You literally played like 8 words.
We heard the okay. Let's play it.
Extremist content.
But you gotta
Right.
understand, is he talking about you? Is he talking about...
He says extremist content on social media. Listen. Hold on.
Did he refer to you
GFC.
by name?
No, but my name is said in the clip that he played.
Well, they play like 30. Don't they play like 10 clips or something?
Yeah, they played.
They do? I didn't watch the whole thing.
And hate crimes
Yeah, see.
and domestic terrorist attacks.
You got
that
you got to
Mark-
know exactly what he's talking about. If he's
That's why
talking,
we're watching it right now.
he's talking about someone else. Is he talking about? You said Nick was on that stream.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to know exactly specifically what they're talking about. Just because you're making a joke, right? He might have not been referring to you, but either way, I mean, it's wild that that even got to that level. But hey, bro, I mean, hey, man, the government knows who you are now. Congratulations.
Hey, Senator, what's up, Hill Dog? I love
Get
you,
up.
Hill Dog.
One of the gravest threats to our homeland security.
But
What- We got let's listen. Let's just check it.
Terrorist attacks that mark one of the gravest threats to our homeland security. Despite these serious threats, I'm concerned that your companies have still not taken the necessary steps to limit.
I
the
can't hear it if
spread
you're
of
playing
the
it.
Hateful.
You can't hear it?
no, I
Right click
can't
it
hear
and maybe turn the volume up or something, or
Yeah, Destiny, can you hear it?
I can hear it. Yeah,
Maybe I'm just deaf.
Yeah, you can hear it?
yeah, I can.
Let me just like reshare it. Hold on.
Yeah, I can't hear it. If not, I'll just play it on my phone
And
and
extremist
you
content
don't hear
that
it.
has
You can hear it now?
No, I can't.
motivated.
It's
Wait,
fine.
right,
Don't
wait,
worry.
right click it. Is it muted if you right click? Or did you left click watch stream? Is there a thing that's popping up right now that's saying watch stream?
Yeah, it says watch stream and watch it. The chat says they can hear it.
Yeah, I can't hear it. It's fine. I'll mute myself and I'll listen to it from. It's Instagram, right? It's on your Instagram.
Yeah.
One from your
Short
Instagram?
version.
I'll listen to it. Yeah, I'll listen to it there then.
Destiny, you good?
I can't hear
Yeah,
it.
I'm good.
I'll mute myself.
Alright. Destiny already heard it. He was there in the background.
Violence. So that we all understand exactly the type of extremist content we are discussing today
Bomba
and how
clots.
challenging this problem
There's Destiny guys right there in the back. You see him opening the door?
is to tackle. It's clearly a challenge. I'd like to take a moment to show a few examples, if you'd check the screen.
Boogaloo boys. That's not us. Who's that?
Have you not watched this and you were screaming at me for not watching it?
Hey, this thing is like chopped up, dude. Like I would like to see like the full, completely unedited version.
Right
of
here. It's right here. We're watching it right now.
Oh, okay. Let me go on your channel then and look. Because I'm looking at it on your Instagram, and this is like clearly chopped.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they played several clips and I cut the Boogaloo boys out. You want me to play them too?
Well, that might be an important part of what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're showing several clips.
Oh, man. You're exhibiting some bot behavior right now.
Because I clipped my shit instead of the Boogaloo boys, bro. I can't keep associating with white supremacists. You see where it landed me? Yeah, you really wanted me to play this? You hear this?
Well, this might be what they're talking about.
Yeah, Sneako, that's extremely irrelevant that they were playing other people's content. That, come on. Oh my
They
God.
played one clip and then the second clip. What do you mean? They said hateful content. They played the first one. I cut it out because I don't care about this. And then they put mine. Look, it's still playing. I'm not
Bro.
taking anything out of context. I'm just cutting out the people that aren't me.
Me and you both know the dangers that come from like taking clips out of context, right? Obviously, we're some of the
Cut
most
the clip out of context. That's still the context. They purposed it and played several clips. I cut the clip out that wasn't me.
Yeah, but that's important though, because they could have been talking about that and not necessarily like referring to, like, you might have just been there, but they might have not been like referring to you to the same level.
Well, and also for our clip, weren't they referring to the fact that Fuentes was in our
Yeah,
conversation
it was
talking about
mostly
like
Fuentes.
Jewish people? Like, I mean,
Mostly Fuentes.
okay.
Like, yeah, man, context matters, dude. You gotta.
This is the context. Dangerous content on social media. Here's the clips. Yo, Myron, before you keep laughing, watch the video, bro. I didn't take nothing out of context.
All right.
There we go. Do you see it? Do you see it? They played several clips. This was the second one.
So how many clips did they play in total?
Oh, we'll find out. I think it was 2, and then they went back to talking.
You gotta know this stuff before you go on stream saying, "Yo, the set
No,
is."
we're reacting to it on stream. That's the reason I'm playing it. We're watching it right now together. We're learning, man. Damn, bro. Whose side are you on, man?
True.
Dude, no,
Fed
I'm on your
side.
side.
He's a Fed. Once a Fed,
I'm on
always a
your
Fed. That's what they say,
I'm
dude.
just telling you though that like
Bro, Fresh and Fed and Fedsony, I'm talking.
you're not. Clearly, it looks like they were more interested in the other stuff than you.
What's the point?
That's a good thing.
Good. I'm happy. I don't want to be profiled by the Senate. Like, good.
But it's definitely important to know that like the other clips were taken in and they were more like, because in my head you didn't really say anything hateful. It was, you could look at it as maybe like a crude joke, but you didn't say anything hateful. You get what I'm saying? So in my head I was like, why are they trying to label Sneako as like hateful person, whatever? And then now that you're mentioning all this other stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. They're looking at it from a totality of the circumstances standpoint, like, oh, this is all hateful content, but it's not necessarily you. It's the people
Ultimately,
that you
no, but that's they clearly kept the part in when I was singing the Jewish song, and the part where I'm a little bit nervous is that they're thinking that I'm fully aligning with Nick Fuentes, because I think they on the highlight right here in the title screen it says Nick J Fuentes, blah blah blah. He's a threat. They're scared of him, but the fact that my name is said in it, he's like, Sneako, what do I always say? And then I sing the Jewish song, but they don't even know how to stream properly. There's an echo on here.
Well, we talked about the Sneako a lot. I don't know you guys feel about that, but it's true.
What do I talk about, Sneako? Yeah, they play several clips. There's one more clip from Twitter, and then they go back. So I'm not taking it out of context. I'm just clipping my part and not these other domestic terrorists or whatever the fuck. That's not taking it out of context. Can we agree on that?
Well, it's just your initial framing, if I may, is it sounded like you were saying that they were saying that we were extremist threats. But now it wasn't just us.
You agreed on that, Destin. You agreed that they're calling us. They're calling all this type of content extremists.
This type of content. But you made it sound initially like this type of content was like just us like shooting the shit on stream.
I never said that. I said there's a lot of people are getting lumped into that. They want to silence a lot of people, and we are in that category of extremist content that they want to ban.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guy. We dialed it back. You see what I'm saying?
No, I didn't dial it back. Now your stuff has changed completely.
No, it's not. It's the same. How was it changed?
Because first of all, they didn't even mention our names in this. Number one. Number two,
my name is
they're
said.
not.
What are you talking about?
Did they say your name? Did the guy ever say your name?
Nick Fuentes did. Nick Fuentes goes, Sneako. What am I talking about?
Fuentes said your name. True. Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't say your name.
Yeah, only Nick did. So I'm good.
Okay. You're good. You are good. True.
What are you bowing your head down, Myron? Talk before you're doing the fucking fresh and fit.
He's trying to little bro you, dude. Don't let him get away with that shit.
I'm just.
At what? What are you sign at?
I'm over here like, yo, I'm at the restaurant, right? And this guy's like, yo, senators are talking about me, bro. I'm labeled a part of a hate group, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, did you see this? And he like shows me the clip, and I'm like, and it shows like him like talking about whatever, and then it plays this clip, and I'm like, oh shit, bro, this is crazy. What the hell's going on here? You know, we talk about some things, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I come on, and I'm like, wait, hold on. So there was more to this thing, and then now we're finding out that there was more to it. They were reacting to more than just like one clip. You singing, making a joke. What was that?
There's 3 clips, not 1.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. That's important.
That's what you're signing at?
That's a very important fact to know that there's more than just one clip that they were reacting to.
Why does that make it different?
Because more than likely, what you did wasn't the most pertinent thing that they're referring to.
Did I make it seem like that when I was talking to you at lunch?
Yes.
100%. Yes.
Okay. So I don't need to be scared?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But obviously, you got to watch who you're, doing.
I don't want to be scared. This is just alarming to me. You got to like give me, like, you can't just laugh this off inside and be like, this is not a big deal that the senator played a clip from my stream.
No, I get it. I
In the Senate, like this. How is this? How are you guys playing this off like it's not a big deal? Look, you see the other people that they put me next to, the Boogaloo boys. They look like the fucking what were the boys called?
Yeah, but we're doing that to ourselves, right?
It's our fault that the Senate played us.
No, you're saying look at who they're putting us next to. We're the ones that put ourselves in a call with Nick Fuentes, who was at Charlottesville on camera, who was at January 6th on camera, who was on a no-fly list, publicly admitted. So you can't really blame them for throwing us up in a video clip alongside these people, right?
I told you this, Nico.
Huh?
I told you this.
I know. You told me this after I talked to you. You told me this after, and since then I've said I can't talk to him. Like it's not going to be beneficial for me if I have Nick Fuentes on stream again.
Hold on,
That's
just to be clear, that didn't come from me. Sneako, you need to tell people because all the Groyper people.
I've been talking about this.
Sure, okay, yeah, but the Groyper people think that I'm secretly telling you don't talk to Nick anymore. I'm never saying that. Okay, all right, just making sure people know.
I texted Nick earlier. I said this, like, it's just not safe for me to talk to you on stream right now. The government is clearly afraid of him. Also, what I don't think that they think I'm a threat. I think they think Nick is a threat for sure. I think that the FBI is investigating him, and what I am apprehensive about is I'm wondering if they're going to lump me in with him and call me a Groyper and start analyzing my content to see how much I align with Nick Fuentes.
Okay, actually, you know what? Myron is here, and he can give me some insight on this. So this is the feeling that I have when it comes to being a Fed and tracking extremist people, okay? This is a feeling I have, is that being one of these people that works behind the scenes, like researching people, is a really tough thing, because if you find people that look like they're giving some indication that like maybe they're up to no good, you can do some shit like no fly list them or open these kind of investigations, which is weird because like they don't have any due process, you know, people hate you for it, people shit on you for it. But if you look at some of these people and you don't do anything, and then they do end up doing anything, they come out and they attack somebody, you're fucked for it. And this has happened a couple times where there have been shooters that the FBI was like investigating or looking at, but they didn't have like probable cause or anything to actually move forward in investigation. And then these people come out and they do like a mass shooting or whatever, and now everybody's like, what the fuck? Why didn't the FBI do anything? That's bullshit. So I think when you've got like a bunch of content like this online where people are making these jokes about extremist acts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and we just had fucking Uvalde, and we just had the fucking Buffalo shooter where the guy's literally saying like, are you black? No? Okay, you're chill, I'm gonna go kill the black ones, right? That understandably, people are gonna be a little bit skeeved out about this type of content online because people don't know how to deal with it behind the scenes when it comes to investigating it. It's like the feeling that I have.
You just gotta, I mean, Sneako, you can do whatever you want, bro. I just told you just gotta be careful who you associate with. That's it. I told you that as a friend. Like, you know, obviously you could do whatever you want to do, but my thing is, you know, looking at it from me being your buddy, I'm like, yo, you might want to, you know, be careful.
I know that, but I'm wondering.
And I don't have a problem with Nick at all. Like, I don't know him, so I can't say anything.
I'm trying to think past that. I'm just trying to think about what the government is what's their next step? Because the senator's playing this, they're lumping us in, me and Destiny at least. Maybe me, because I like keep Destiny pushed it back against Nick, but I agree with him on some things. I'm wondering like what their next step is. If the senator's saying that this is dangerous extremist content that is encouraging violence and terrorist attacks, which is what he said, and he put 3 examples of clips that are doing that, and they put my clip. So
they're not looking to come after the content creators. They don't give a fuck about us. The pressure that they're putting.
Yeah, they do.
No.
That's why they're playing the clip.
No, hold on.
They said, no. You're missing the part where he said
wrong.
That. No, he said before he said it's dangerous content, he said the websites you're not doing anything to censor this dangerous content.
Yes, the pressure is not on us. The pressure is on the platforms. That's what the point of these clips are.
Right.
The Congress is basically saying to Facebook and YouTube and all these other companies, Twitter, the Congress is saying if you don't do something about this, we're going to crack down it. We're going to do something, and you're not going to like it. Yeah.
And then you always say that the government is like, oh, the checks and balances, they work in different. Isn't this kind of proof that it's all one thing? Even social media.
No, because if it was one thing, there wouldn't be these congressional hearings. The government would just send an email to Google and say like, oh, ban, these people.
Which is essentially what they're doing in this hearing. They're applying pressure. They have the power. They work together. You think that it's separate entities, but these people.
If they were the same, why would they do a public congressional hearing? Why wouldn't they just send an email and say, hey, can you ban these people? We don't like it.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes though, they're more worried about. If I was saying
wait,
before Nick Fuentes,
engage with that question. You need to answer that because you run from every hard question I ask you. If they're all working together, why would they do a public hearing? Why wouldn't they just send an email and say, hey, ban these people?
Because I'm not as much of a threat as Tate or Nick Fuentes or Donald Trump. I'm a fucking streamer still. They don't think of me as a threat.
Well, but you just said they think of you as enough of a threat to do a public hearing on you. If they didn't like you, why wouldn't Congress just send an email to Facebook and say, ban this guy?
They're applying pressure, but I'm not as
Why do
much
they
of a
need to
threat
apply
as-
pressure? When you say apply pressure, the implication is they can't just do it. They have to get like the public on their side or something, right? Why would they need to apply pressure if they're all working together?
That's what the government probably did with guys like Tate. They probably told all these guys in an email, shut this down. And they all did it at the same exact time. Airbnb, Stripe, all of these websites all took them down at the exact same time, but I'm just not much of a threat compared to someone like him.
Okay, so first of all, like, would you just listen to the words you're using, right? Would I ever say that like, I've got this guy's a 15-year-old son. He's applying pressure on his son to do something. No, you either tell him or you don't. There's no applying pressure. He's your fucking kid. He does what you tell him to do.
Okay, so then what was his hearing about? if it's not applying pressure?
No. What I'm saying is that applying pressure implies they don't have direct control. That's why you apply
They do
the
have
pressure.
direct control. That's why Tate got banned on every single platform.
Do you think it's? Let me offer you an alternative explanation. Now, to be clear, I don't agree with Tate getting axed from everything, but don't you think it's possible that those companies did it just because there was so much negative PR associated with Tate that they didn't want to deal with any of the possible repercussions of their companies getting boycotted or canceled if they didn't ban him? Like, how would you feel if you were fucking YouTube and on the same day Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok all ban Andrew Tate and you don't?
But also, you're not thinking about the fact that it was Stripe too, and LinkedIn, and Airbnb, Stripe.
Sure, I know, but
every
like
single platform.
I'm not.
just
I
social
know.
media
I'm not.
sites,
I agree. I'm not saying that it's.
to do with that.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's okay. But I'm saying that like.
But you're missing the point. You think
No,
that it's just
you're
like,
missing the point.
no,
You're looking
no,
for
no,
a conspiracy, but you don't need a conspiracy to explain the
It's
actions.
not a conspiracy. You're saying it's for public relations for advertisers. I'm saying it's shutting him out completely of the internet.
Those
Just
two
take him
things
off
aren't
Stripe,
mutually
not just social
exclusive.
media.
Those two things can
So
be the
what-
same thing.
What public relations does Stripe have to worry about? Most of the bots have no idea that Tate was banned off Stripe.
What are you talking about? These payment processors are hugely involved in a lot of stuff like this. Look at shit related to Pornhub and Visa and credit card processors. In Kiwi Farms right now, I'm pretty sure they've been cut off from credit card processors. Of course these guys get involved in shit like this.
You're saying that it's just for public relations things and all the pressure from other like bots online saying that he's a trafficker, and I'm saying that it was an organized, conscious decision from all the elites. Shut him down on every single website right now. That's proof to me that they all work together to get rid of people who they consider a threat.
Let's say that you
And
have
this,
a if you have
this
a
in the Senate is the first step of them saying, look, this guy applying pressure, keep watch him.
if
This guy Nick
you
Fuentes, watch him.
if you have a group of friends, okay, and two people in that friend group are dating and one person cheats on the other person and then all the friends kick out the cheater. Is that like, did they all plan to do that? Is that like a big conspiracy that they have to get together and like make an announcement, right?
Bro, how is that the same thing as the government and big tech?
You're
a friend
just-
group. That analogy
Okay.
makes no sense though. It's
It doesn't make sense because your brain is broken. Because
No,
you
it's a
you can't
calculated
deprogram.
decision.
You're listening to your programming right now.
Okay,
If you see
cheating on
multiple
friends, what the
companies,
fuck does
if
that
you
have to do with
see
Mark
if you see
Zuckerberg, bro?
multiple companies do something, you're programmed to think there must be a conspiracy. You can't break that. You're actually stuck there. And what I'm trying to show you, what I'm trying to red pill you on, what I'm trying to show you, what I'm trying to show you is that it's possible that companies can act in tandem sometimes because it just serves their economic interest to do so. Because you don't want to be the one company that didn't ban Andrew Tate when everybody else fucking did. People are going to call you misogynist. People are going to boycott your shit. You're going to have progressives.
What do you think you're red pilling me on?
I'm not red pilling you anything because you're not going to believe anything I say. In your mind, the only possible way this can happen is if the government, everybody's working together to fuck someone over. And what I'm saying is there's probably some level of communication. Sure, I'm sure these guys have friends or whatever that work at these different companies. But what I'm saying is that like you can explain all of their behavior by them just not wanting bad PR. They don't need a government to tell them to do shit. They just don't want to be on the fucking chopping block.
You don't think they're afraid of the message that he's spreading?
Here, both of you
No,
guys
they're
are
not afraid on the mess. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They just follow the money, 100%.
So here's what it is. Both of you guys are making valid points. Like basically, Destiny, I see where you're saying that like there's a strong financial incentive, which I agree because there was this fucking dude. We talked about this on
teacher.
remember, yeah, that guy. I forget his fucking name, but the dude that identified as I don't know what he put his her whatever in his thing. He did a whole petition where I need 1 million likes. Let's get Andrew Tate banned. Whatever. He did that on Instagram. Obviously, that went ahead and translated over to TikTok. And all these social media platforms work together. So if they're gonna ban you on one, a lot of the times they're gonna talk about okay, this guy's dangerous, blah blah. And I think the biggest thing with the Tate situation was they were able to articulate that he's dangerous to little boys. That was their biggest thing that they were able to use. That like, yo, he's got little kids saying a bunch of crazy misogynist stuff. He's dangerous to the youth. And then bam, they went ahead and used that as the main lightning rod to go ahead and get him banned. And then they were able to take that and use it against multiple platforms. And like I see what Destiny's saying, where he's saying like, yo, there's a strong financial incentive for them to do it because you look weird not getting rid of him as only social media platform. And then I also see what Sneako's saying, where it's like, oh, yo, there was a conspiracy probably between the different social media things, and they all know each other. Let's be honest here.
Of course.
You know, Susan knows the person that owns Instagram and Facebook and Zuckerberg. All these people know each other. So
It's not a conspiracy. That's just what is true. And Destiny's trying to label me as a crazy conspiracy theory, like that they're communicating together and working in tandem when it's just very obvious that they work together. That's not a conspiracy. You're agreeing with me.
No. When they work together, the companies all probably have friends that work together at these places. So for instance, when I got banned from Twitch, I think within like 30 minutes, my Discord server got departnered. And I happen to know that there are two people that are decently high up in both these companies that are fucking dating each other. I know that to be the case, and I know that's why my shit got departnered. A similar thing happened to Dr. Disrespect. And I'm sure that that's the case throughout a lot of social media. A lot of these guys work in the same areas, San Francisco, offices. They probably share office buildings, some of these motherfuckers, of course. What I'm saying is that there's not a top-down conspiracy to fuck somebody over, or a top-down conspiracy, especially from the government, to do it. It's probably more just like, hey, this guy is going to put us in a financially horrible fucking situation. We're just going to ban it to be safe. They probably message other companies as they're doing this as well, and they probably kind of coordinate behind the scenes of some of this shit. But it's not like a grand conspiracy to do it. It's not like they're attacking us because they hate our freedom of speech and blah, blah, blah. They're just doing it because they're going for corporate safe messaging.
How is Tate affecting the money for the advertisers? He was demonetizing everything. There's extremist type content. There's people who say
that's the thing, Sneako. When he's demonetized, he's not making the money and he's a liability, because now people are going to say, you have him on your platform. And then they look at it like, okay, is this person generating money for us? No. Okay. Do we have an insane amount of people that are saying, yo, we need to cancel this guy? Yes. Okay.
But what advertisers? They don't really affect the money. Those crazy, stupid liberals like saying.
Wait, of course they do. What about there's a whole like adpocalypse shit on YouTube? There were payment processors pulling shit from fucking Pornhub and shit because they're worried about child porn. Like, yeah, there's a ton of pressure on a lot of these people to cancel certain people, to get people certain kicked out.
It always comes back to money, bro. Like, they're looking at it like,
explain that though. How does that affect the money? I don't understand how that would affect the money.
Because it's simple, bro. When a video is monetized, it gets pushed harder in the algorithm so that the YouTube can put more ads on it. This is why financial channels will get a fraction of the views. Children channels can get a fraction of the views but make more money. Why? Because they're more, how do I say this? They're more applicable to more advertisers. More advertisers means more money, means more revenue for YouTube. Those are the videos that YouTube pushes on people. The videos.
TikTok, there's no ads on TikTok. People don't make money.
If people,
TikTok, they're all addicted to it. He was banned on TikTok as well. There's no ad revenue. They're scrolling all day. People are getting.
They can't stop him on TikTok because he has so many people making content on TikTok regardless. You know what I mean? And TikTok is short form content. There's a reason why now, like TikTok, when you make an account, you almost have to go through like a vetting process now, where you have to put like a phone number. You have to attach it to get away from this bot thing. But the point I'm trying to make is with this.
Also, TikTok does have ads too.
We can't make money off of this. We're gonna go ahead and just ban it because we're getting an insane amount of pressure from these weird social justice warriors that have nothing better to do with their time than go ahead and report Andrew Tate. Because if you guys look at it, all these weirdos that made videos hating on Andrew Tate, they have way too much free time. And on our side of the internet, we don't necessarily give a fuck. Are we over here making videos on weird liberals that we think are way too far left and we want them canceled? No, I don't give a fuck. I don't think
Well, hold on. That is true. The whole Libs of TikTok account is literally dedicated on Twitter to trying to blow up like weird liberals or progressives or whatever, try to cancel them from their jobs and shit, to be fair. There's a huge account on Twitter called Libs of TikTok where they just try to like highlight.
That's Twitter. No one cares about Twitter.
That's not to try to get people banned from their jobs.
It absolutely is trying to get people fired from their jobs. You're dead wrong. Go do a modicum of research and you'll find that is not the case.
Even losers like Hassan, right, and H3L3, Lasan Abi, all these clowns. Like, I still would not wish on them to get canceled. You know what I mean? Even though they would wish on us to get canceled. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the difference between the left and the right. The left claims to be tolerant, but the reality is they're not.
Right, but you're saying follow the money. Then explain why he would get banned on Airbnb and Stripe and LinkedIn? What the hell? What does that have to do? Where's the ad revenue on fucking Stripe, on Airbnb? What does that have? Why ban him on that?
Like I said before, I agree with you that these people know each other and we're like, yo, listen, we banned him off here.
You explain that. If it's all about the money, why is Airbnb banning Tate?
I think that because once enough companies do it, I think everybody will just fucking follow suit because they want to be part of the virtue signal. Because
most people aren't independent thinkers, bro. We know most people are followers and sheep. So they're looking at it like, oh, my buddy over here at PayPal banned him, so I might as well ban him at Stripe too. He's dangerous. He's a hot.
No difference.
I think fucking didn't Donald Trump get banned from Twitch? Like, yeah, it's the dumbest shit.
It makes no sense because the bots don't know that. The liberal he/hims just want him off of Instagram. They would just want to stop seeing him on their feed. If they're trying to appease those people, then it makes no sense.
No, they don't just want. They want to see these people destroyed. When you're canceling people, you want to see them fucking destroyed. That's the goal of a lot of these people.
It's everything, which is the worst thing that you can do. Because even if you don't agree with someone, doesn't mean that you should take their platform away. You know, there's a bunch of people I don't agree with. I don't think even Ethan Decline should get canceled, even though he said a bunch of stupid shit about me or whatever, and he wants us canceled. I don't wish the same on him.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I think that a lot of this stuff carries really far too. Like, imagine for the Andrew Tate stuff, if he's not making money for your platform. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but imagine if somebody goes out and they fucking stab like 2 women or some shit, and then you go through this guy's TikTok profile and he's got like 100 Andrew Tate videos. Like, you're fucked. Now your company's in a whole bunch of hot water, and especially if other people banned him and you didn't. Everybody's looking at you like, what the fuck's going on? Like, Canada literally banned, or they made it incredibly difficult to buy pistols because of the shooting in Uvalde, right? Those shootings are affecting legislation in a neighboring country to us. Like, that's how big some of these events are carrying shit.
personal responsibility in the West is like almost a foreign concept now. I remember they tried this on Eminem. I don't know if you guys are, well, Sneako's too young to remember this, but Destiny, you remember this. Back in the 90s, right? They tried to pin Columbine on
Columbine
Eminem
because of his, yep.
yeah, on Eminem and Marilyn Manson. And, shout out to Eminem. He made a song, The Way I Am, which I thought it was fantastic that he, stuck a middle finger back to them saying like, yo, it wasn't me. And at the end of the day, bro, people got to have some personal responsibility. Parents need to be fucking parents and not let their TV raise
Destiny doesn't agree with you. Destiny's saying like he's kind of agreeing with the government, saying that we should take accountability if someone shoots up a church and then watches our content. That we should be able.
Totally
to take
missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
What are you saying then?
Here's the thing. There's the difference between like inciting violence and saying like, yeah, do it, blah, 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 and like radicalizing people versus.
I said unless you tell someone directly to go do it, then you're not accountable for it. And Destiny's like, well, it depends on the scenario and like what you talk about.
Depends on the type of message you're selling.
It depends. It does depend. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm simply saying this. We live in a world now where personal responsibility is a foreign concept and no one wants to take accountability for their stupidity. They want to point the fucking finger at other people for why they're doing the stupid shit that they're doing, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that's a ridiculous, ludicrous way to go about things, because they tried this in the 90s. Thank God it didn't work. But nowadays it works more because we live in a pussy ass world where no one wants to take accountability, and it's accepted to be that way.
I'm surprised that you weren't pushing back more. Like he was banned from multiple bank accounts too, Myron.
No,
what the hell? If that has to do with PR, like, and Destiny ran to the bathroom, but
I don't think he should have been banned at all. Andrew's a personal friend of mine, and Tristan. Like, I don't think they should have been banned at all.
He's saying it's just for the advertisers, but it wasn't just. It was all acts all at once. They tried to.
It's always tied back to the money. They're looking at it like, yo, you're dangerous, bro. Since you're dangerous, we're gonna ban you off all these social media apps. Since we're gonna ban you off all these social media apps, we also don't want you. We think that you're polluting the children through Hustlers University, even though it's not fucking true and he's helping guys make money. They don't know that. They don't care. One thing I've also realized about these idiots over there on Lyft is they never go ahead and try to investigate the opposing views. This is why if I ever did a debate with Ethan or Lasan or any of these clowns, they would lose immediately because they don't actually.
They're afraid to do it. Yeah.
To know what the fuck they're talking about. They just go ahead and say, isn't Tate a trafficker? Even though that's been debunked a million times over. But they're low IQ. They don't understand the concept of studying your enemy. The reason why I know I would smoke these idiots is because I've watched their videos. I've actually watched their content. Hassan makes really fucking weak arguments, okay? And I've debunked a bunch of them on our show. But again, their audience doesn't exercise critical thinking, which is a problem on the liberal side anyway. A lot of those guys lack critical thinking skills. Right now, I said it earlier, I'm a Trump supporter. I still think he's going to get indicted. Why am I able to come to that conclusion? Well, I'm able to look at the facts. I'm able to look at precedents. I'm able to look at law and take my personal feelings aside and establish the fact, more than likely, based on the facts and circumstances going on, he's more than likely going to get indicted outside of my fucking feelings. But the libs, they can't do that. They can't do that. How they feel is how they think is the real, which is the problem. What
you guys planned for the UK? You're going to go and do a podcast with the Tates, right?
We'll probably link up with them. We'll do a couple collabs out there. But my thing is, like I said before, I think these payment processors that canceled him, they're too pissy to be independent thinkers. They're like, oh, well, this guy banned him. All right, I'm going to ban him too. It's a domino effect.
You think they're pussy, or it's just a calculated attack to try to silence the message? I think you're giving them a lot of credit to just think that
I think it's both. It could be both.
It's not about being pussy. I think it's a bigger agenda. It's not wanting people to hear the message that he's spreading. It's seeing what he's doing. It's seeing the effect. It's seeing the impact. It's seeing the stuff that he talks about as the truth. They don't want people to know the truth, so they need to silence him, and they need to do everything they can to try to destroy him. It's
Nico, you do
just
both can
about the feelings.
At the same time, right? Both can exist at the same time, my friend.
Right, but the feelings thing is too simple. That's it's like cancel culture. It's not just cancel culture. They're afraid of the message that they're spreading. Destiny, what do you think about the fact that bank accounts are closed?
Nico,
what does that have to do with PR?
Analysis, bro. Like when people do shit, it's typically not just for one reason. It's a whole bunch of reasons. Yes, is there one main reason why? It could be, we want to silence this guy, but it could also be, my friend over at Facebook banned him. I know him. My fucking son dates his daughter. I'm gonna ban him also because of that. Like, there's a bunch of different reasons why people do things. Obviously, there's a main reason, but we gotta be able to account for the fact that there's a bunch of other interests in it. I'm just saying that it all comes back to money. That's what typically, there's a reason why they say money is the root of all evil. Okay? It comes back to money typically. Should have he been canceled? Hell no.
Let's go deeper than that. Why does it come back to money? Because money is
let
me make a point. It all comes back to money because money gives you power, right, Myron?
Of course, yes.
Right. And if power is the reason why people want money, and the message that he's spreading is empowering men. and is bringing back gender roles and is talking about the truth and is taking away the control that the government has over the people. When people start to wake up, then they have less power. So it's bigger than money. When they see that kids are starting to wake up, that men are starting to realize the truth, that they're seeing that the brainwashing that's happening, they're like, fuck, we got to do something. It's bigger than money. It's about power.
Yeah, it's influence. It's influence. That's another reason too. Like I told you before, what did I tell you about the kids? I told you that's a big reason. That was a big reason why they cited like, oh, we need to get rid of Andrew because he's poisoning the kids. Even though he didn't, he made the kids fucking understand that there's winners and losers in life. You got to get out there and perform. You got to make money. You got to get in the gym. You got to train regardless of how you fucking feel. He gave a lot of good messages, but they're not going to look at that. They're going to go ahead and clip something stupid to say men and women are different biologically, etc. These are all facts, but we live in a world now where no one cares about the reals. They care about the feels. So again, I agree with you that because here's the thing that people don't know. Andrew's been rich for years, for a very, very long time. He's been a multimillionaire forever, but it's only now that they're stepping in and doing something because of what? Influence. And they know he has the money. So they're like, okay, we want to cancel this guy, but he already has money. What are we going to do? We're going to shut down the payment processors.
The thing,
You know what I mean? The conspiracy is that's what the red pill is realizing that everything is corrupted by power, and ultimately that's what everybody at the top desires.
Well, they don't want.
It's way more complicated than just thinking about money or just thinking about the ads and like Facebook.
No, it's super.
Here,
this is the issue. Is that it's not complicated. This is why I don't like these types of messages. Is because by making it sound like this really complicated superstructure that's overlaying all of society, we get to escape all the responsibility as humans and individuals and say, oh well, it's because of the government. Oh well, it's because of the Jews. Oh well, it's because all the corporations are controlling it. Bullshit. Corporations and companies are acting in exactly the ways that people want to see them act. That's why they do the things they do. If nobody in the United States,
you're simplifying.
I'm simplifying it because in some ways it is very simple. Here is a fact, okay? If nobody in the US gave a fuck about Andrew Tate, some fucking blue-haired loser at Google trying to ban him would get fired in an instant because people would be saying, why the fuck are you firing this dude that is bringing massive views into our company? The reason why people like that get axed is because enough people in the United States, because of wherever the culture's at, don't like the dude. That, like, at the end of the day, that's going to determine who's in what area. That's going to determine who gets fucking banned, who's favoritism or whatever. Like, that's it. It's as simple as that. And the reason why I don't like it when people present these grand conspiracies is because in Sneako's world, like, what do we have to do to get people to protect freedom of speech? What do we have to do to get these people protected on these platforms? Well, we've got to fight this huge fucking never-ending conquest against the government that's trying to program all of society to keep men weak so that Hillary Clinton can feed us fucking, poison to keep us all like gay and trans or some shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with that message. Not only is it not like actually resembling reality, it's a bad message to sell people because we're not going to be able to do anything with that. The reality is people in the United States, as our culture has shifted in one direction, and as it's gotten more homogenous online, where we're banning conservatives and shit, people have gotten used to seeing one thing, and they become super intolerant of other things. And most people like that, and they want to keep pushing that. I don't need a conspiracy to explain why people go on Twitter. Hold on. Let me define this word for you. I'm sorry. When I say conspiracy, I don't mean crazy thing. I mean like a plan by a bunch of people to do something. When I say conspiracy, that's what I'm referring to. I don't need a conspiracy to explain why Andrew Tate got banned from every social media platform when all I have to do is open Twitter, Facebook, or TikTok and see a million people screaming, I hate Andrew Tate. He's trying to fucking program boys to fucking beat up little girls. I don't need any kind of plan. All I need to do is see people.
And let me say
that's not the reason he got banned, though.
That is the reason. It's because of that one clip of the fucking teacher that was saying, I heard little boys talking shit about little girls, and it's about you say simple, but that's the reason. That's actually what's going on. But the thing
is very true that there's a majority of people. Here's the difference. The thing is that there's a majority of people that don't like Andrew, but there's also a large amount of people that do like Andrew. The problem is that the people that do like Andrew are scared to speak up. That's the difference. Like when Trump won, right? When Trump won back in 2016, everyone was shocked. Why was everyone shocked? Because the people that support Hillary were out there saying, yeah, fuck yeah, Hillary, first female president, etc. The people that tend to swing a little bit more left are way more vocal about their belief system because it's universally more accepted. Okay, but guys that think like us, guys that think outside the box, exercising what? Critical thought is looked at as demonic, conservative, and you're a crazy alt-right winger, right? In this crazy ass world that we live in. So people like us tend to keep their opinions to themselves. Since you keep your opinions to yourself, what does everyone think? Just like what Destiny said. People see the crazy libtards that think this is the way it really is. Okay, but there is a silent amount of people that are large in fact that agree with Andrew Tate, but they can't vocalize it. The people that do vocalize are the crazy feminists, the fucking Antifa people, the weirdos, weirdos, the SJWs. Those are the people that are screaming all this crazy shit, because if you say anything that's conservative, you could lose your job, you could get canceled, and unfortunately, what we've learned about the left is they're willing to use violence against you. Look at defund the police, all this crazy violence shit. Places like Portland, Oregon, places like Minneapolis turn into fucking war zones over this shit. So people have an incentive to shut the hell up when they have opinions that tend to be a little more conservative. The problem is that what Destiny said, I agree with. The left is more vocal, so that's what they're going to listen to. They always say the fuck.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease or something, or
yeah, exactly. Yeah. The door that creaks gets the grease.
Myron, I don't think you're seeing the bigger picture. I don't think it's a grand conspiracy theory like Destiny's trying to paint it out to be. It's a simple fact that what I think the red pill is realize what the red pill is. What'd you say?
No, he said it's not a grand conspiracy, is what he's saying.
He's saying that what I believe in is a grand conspiracy, that it's all this calculated plan. Once you realize that power is what controls the whole world, it doesn't take a scientist to figure out the fact that Andrew Tate was empowering people. The red pill message, fresh and fit, empowers people, and when they want to have ultimate control over everybody, they need to actively silence that message. The people that get banned are inspiring people. Biden doesn't inspire anybody. Nobody shows up to his rallies. Hillary Clinton doesn't have a fucking rally. Trump was inspiring people, so now they need to throw him in jail. When he starts waking up people, they don't want people to be inspired and come together.
Here's the reality. If the culture
had a rally, there'd be so many showing up and excited about it.
Here's the reality. If the culture shifted and 51% of Americans liked Andrew Tate, he would be instantly unbanned from every platform and they'd bring him back with open arms. 1,000,000%. But the problem is that everybody's bullshitting themselves over how popular the opposition is. Progressives lied to themselves when they said somebody like Trump could never win in the United States, because people just don't believe that anymore. But the reason why it didn't seem like that is because nobody talked to the people that believe that, because culture is heavily focused in fucking cities, in urban areas, and in the cultural areas that progressives have a ton of power. But also, conservatives also bullshit themselves a little when they pretend that here's, I don't know if Myron said this or not, so maybe I'm stepping on toes here, but here's a saying that conservatives say all the time. It's just total bullshit. They always say, go woke, go broke, go woke, go broke. They say shit like this, but every fucking woke movie is grossing 1.5 to 2 billion fucking dollars. So it doesn't seem like that is the case. It seems like there's a lot of money to be made here. I think that when the culture starts shifting, you're not going to see Google or fucking TikTok or Facebook be like, no, we got to keep him banned. They're going to be like, oh, well, we've changed our mind. We're actually going to unban the dude because he makes us a fuck ton of money now. It'll change overnight, guaranteed.
I have seen some things go woke and go broke, though, like the Batgirl movie that they were trying to do.
I'm sure there have been some things that have gone it, but those Star Wars movies all grossed a fuck ton of money. All the Disney remakes was a fuck ton of money.
Netflix is going broke. This shit's terrible, bro.
Netflix has always been terrible. That's one of the. You're too young to remember, okay? Everybody's made fun of Netflix series.
House of Cards was fire. Breaking Bad was fire. Netflix had some great shows, but
Breaking Bad was fucking AMC, dog. Chill, stop. Netflix has been
that was the most viewed show on Netflix. That was the stuff that people were watching on there. Now they don't have they lose the rights to all those shows. They sell them to AMC.
Netflix television has definitely fallen off. It's. I mean, when I saw this show Murder in Ohio, something Devil in Ohio, and dude, there were so many SJW undertones in there. Like the guy that was supposed to be pulling the girl that ran in newspaper was this very meek and weak fucking individual that's oh, this is supposed to be the fucking ladies man in this movie, what's going on? And then the bad guy that was kidnapping the girl, what was he? He was a fucking Chad. It's crazy to me how they've shifted things where it's the loser meek individual is the winner, and then the bad guy's the Chad, versus you go and watch movies from the 1980s, right? You look at Rambo, you look at the Terminator, etc. All these traditionally masculine movies, the heroes actually look like fucking heroes. They went to the gym, they trained, they exercised discipline. The Rocky montages of him training, to this day I still watch them because I'm damn, this is what it's about training. But nowadays no one champions that shit. Everyone wants a goddamn a participation trophy, having muscle and shit. No, body positivity. And it's this is a bunch of fuck shit. You know what I mean? I
think there is a bunch of fuck shit, but I think that it's not go woke, go broke. I think there's just a lot of woke shit that is really shitty writing. For instance, I think that The Boys, if you watch that was an incredibly woke TV show, but it did pretty well. I think people are arguably saying it's one of the best original series that was made by, was it Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever the fuck? A lot of people said The Boys is super ultra woke.
Yeah. What it really should be is when you go ahead and take something that's traditionally masculine and make it woke, you're gonna go broke. That's typically what it is.
Female Ghostbusters, female Batman.
Yeah, you take these superheroes. Because the reality is, no one gives a fuck about the female journey because women get their value up front. People want to see the hero's journey. And who is the hero 9 out of 10 times? Men. Men have to become. That's just how it is.
That's the agenda they're trying to push right now. They're trying to push that women need to be empowered. And when there's somebody on the other side trying to empower men, They silence them every single time. My point is that they're not trying to silence Andrew Tate or Nick Fuentes or Donald Trump or Alex Jones because they're dangerous individuals or whatever they label them as, toxic, or because leftists cry their pants every time they see them on their TikTok feed. It's because that they're inspiring people. They're empowering people. They're waking people up. And the people who have power actively need us to be dumb, to be stupid, and scrolling and not be triggered to have to think about anything. The people that get banned make people think in a different way, and make people question authority. The biggest threat to authority is people who are awake, as strong men. They don't want us to hear that.
No, I've said it before. Like, if more guys thought like us, the economy would crash within a week. You know what I mean? Guys wouldn't be out here taking girls that don't deserve it on dates. Dudes wouldn't be simping. You know, a big part of the economy is on fucking courting, man, courting women. And my thing is, I don't have a problem with guys being traditional. I have a problem that most women aren't traditional, yet they still want a traditional man. That's my issue. It's not a fair deal for the guy 9 out of 10 times. Okay, a lot of these girls, quite frankly, don't have the value, right, to offer to a man that they think that they deserve. It's just the problem is that a lot of girls think they deserve a certain caliber guy, when in reality they don't. I mean, hell, we had those 3 19-year-olds yesterday, fucking retarded, stupid as hell, low IQ individuals. One went to USC, another one went to university. I was like, what the hell? Is this what's going on now? We've had girls that are college students. Ask them, yo, name 3 countries. They can't do it. Name 3 states. Can't do it. You know,
we're easily controlled. When we think like that, when we go to college and then take gender studies courses and run around and protest trees and shit like that, that's what they want us to do. Where we think we're smart,
incredible,
we get good grades and shit like that. But what they're teaching in college, and the vast majority of what they tell us is the right thing to do, is a bunch of brainwashing bullshit so that we stay easily controlled.
Okay, hold on, come on. A lot of this is going to depend on what you use on a day-to-day basis as well, right? Like, you can make fun of people for not knowing not knowing countries or whatever, which I agree can be pretty funny. But I'm sure there's a fuck ton of math that I could quiz you on that you should know as an adult age male that you probably can't do very quickly, right?
We could do a math quiz right now. How are you going to equate that to countries? To no one?
I'm just saying that, like, what is in our wheelhouse of knowledge is going to depend on what we interact with most in life. If you got a bunch of girls that just go partying all the time, it's not surprising me that they don't know dick all about countries in the world.
That's what I'm trying to say. They just travel. They get flued out.
Yeah, I don't disagree, of course. But I'm just saying it's not very surprising to me.
How are you defending a bitch who thinks that Cancun is a country?
I'm not defending her. I'm just saying that her inadequacies about geographic knowledge can be compared to your inadequacies about 50 million areas of knowledge as well. I'm sure there's a ton of shit I could quiz you about physics, chemistry, math, philosophy that you're going to be fucking clueless on. But you look up some questions about countries before going on a show and you're like, wow, look at how dumb they are compared to me. Everybody knows different shit depending on what they do.
You're saying physics is as common knowledge as knowing that Cancun is not a country?
Listen to what you just said, common knowledge? What's common knowledge? If nobody knows the answer, clearly it's not that fucking common to an American.
Mexico is. That's common knowledge.
Americans and geography are 2 things that have never gone well together, my friend. That's I'm sorry, but that's the American condition.
To the end of your life, you'll defend.
Not defending the bots. I'm just showing you that we all have our programming, and you're a bot in just as many ways as some of these people are.
Okay, ask me a chemistry. I want to see if you can. I was terrible at physics and chemistry, but I was going to do an IQ test after this.
Why?
I want to figure it out. I think you have a higher IQ than me. Also,
that's not knowing information doesn't determine. Knowing information doesn't determine IQ. You might have a really high IQ. You just don't know much. That has nothing to do with each other. They're totally unrelated.
Well, ask me a question. What do you think I don't know?
I don't know. What does H2O mean?
That's water, right?
Yeah, but what is H2O? What does that mean?
Hydrogen and mixed with something else, oxygen, to make water, something like that. What the fuck is H2O? You say it.
Okay, I was curious.
Don't do that. Okay, patronizing voice. You explain H2O. Yeah, how did you not? I said it right?
Close enough, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking close, man. Give me a W in the chat. Yeah,
I'll give you 50% on that. I'll give you 50% on that.
Don't give me grades right now. Don't fucking play Dungeons and Dragons, bro.
Give you 50% on that, okay?
I
would consider that to be fairly common knowledge.
I said it though.
What does H2O mean? That's not a hydrogen and an oxygen.
So what is it?
What does the 2 mean?
There's 2 hydrogen.
There you go. Okay, we got there in the end.
Bro, W's in the chat, bro. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't ask me another question, bro, because I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay.
How's Mel doing? How was New York?
It was great. We walked around, ate some food.
You're not afraid? Like, I see you stream, like, and you're just, like, there on the street. Like, this is my location. I'm right here in Brooklyn, New York right now. How do you not...
Listen, everybody's a pussy. Nobody wants to do shit in real life, okay? I don't give a fuck. That's the real answer. Also, I don't make fun of Muslims like you do, so I don't worry about that crap.
No, I don't. I make fun of Jews according to the government.
True.
Every religion's mad at me. Young Don get mad at me for the... every religion... Yeah, whatever, bro. But if I make fun of everybody, then they all think I'm an asshole, and then I could just be an asshole, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mr. Beer got unbanned. What else is new? Update me. Can you tell me what Kefalls is?
Listen, I'm chilling that right now, okay? I'm big chilling.
You said that you're a drama YouTuber right now.
Yeah, but I'm trying not to get my shit fucking destroyed, getting ass blasted from the entire internet, so just kind of hanging out right now. Watching some drama with you guys. Watching stuff with, XQC and Adept. Some relationship drama in the streamer world going on. Pretty exciting.
Gross. Put me on. I don't know anything going on.
Put you on what?
Whatever the fuck you're talking about.
What does put you on mean? You want to talk to these people, or do you want me to catch you up on it, or?
Yeah,
you're using Zoomer slang on me. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you mean right now.
That means catch me up. Like
it's boring relationship stuff. People are breaking up, but they're huge public streamers, so obviously everybody in the world's talking about it.
They're saying watch your hair.
My hair? My hair is insane right now because I don't give a fuck.
Come on, you about to do your stream? I want to react to more. It's complicated right now. He just dropped a new video.
You're muted right now, Myron.
Oh, my bad. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm do the Trump stream here in a second. You gonna stay on?
Destiny's gonna go watch some blue-pilled XQC relationship bullshit. I'm gonna go try to wake people up and inspire the youth.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, if guys, if you want to check it out, I'll be off on my other YouTube channel, Fed1811. I'll probably go for like an hour and a half, Sneako. So if you want to jump back on and do the it's complicated shit, let me know. I'll jump on it because he makes good content. Shout out to him.
Wait, let's react right now. Fuck it. I react to it all the time. Like, you're gonna be a great guest to have.
What are you gonna do right now?
Yeah, it's just like a 20-minute video.
Let me see here what my guy is doing because I gotta push the stream back anyway. Yeah. Let me see because I was gonna do that stream with one of my buddies, a lawyer, actually, on the Trump thing, but I gotta send him. All right, so Destiny, how about Sneako? How about this? After I finish the Trump stream, I'll jump on with you and do the it's complicated one.
Unless I'm gonna react to it right now and then.
Oh, you're gonna react to it right now? Okay, no worries.
Real quick, you don't got 20 minutes?
See, here's the
thing.
He's
already late.
Yeah, I'm already late, and he's on Korea time, bro. So like, I gotta obviously respect his time because he's only got a few hours to do it. So we'll knock it out, and then I could jump on with you and do another.
Sudanese time is way worse than Korean time.
What was that?
Sudanese time is way worse than Korean time, bro. Don't try to say that.
It is. Well, I mean, as in Korea time, I mean, as in like he's in Korea.
Oh, all right.
That's what I meant.
Trying to say something rage. I gotta defend my Asians.
Jesus.
No, bro, no. Yeah, he actually is physically located in Korea. That's why. So, all right. Well, Destiny, Sneako, it's always great talking with y'all. We always have good high IQ discussions, even though we disagree on some things. But I think that's good for the people to go ahead as much as they put L's in the chat. Fantastic. I love it.
Cool. Have fun. It's been fun chatting.
All right, take it easy.
Later, bros.
Bye. Jesus Christ.